Hi, and welcome back to Take a Bite by Acton. Today, we are really jumping in deep on artificial intelligence. It's maybe the topic with the most hype over the last, decade?
Easily, yeah,
But I think we're kind of past the initial hype cycle now, right?
I think so.
Our mission today is really to translate the glossy promises into actual concrete business applications, stuff that's available now.
Yeah, like right now.
This is meant to be your shortcut, really, to getting up to speed on where AI is actually delivering value today.
And that translation step is really needed because even though this AI dream, let's call it, has been around for maybe 5 years, maybe more,
Mhm.
the sources we looked at suggest that for a lot of companies, understanding the how and the why of using AI, it's still pretty inchoate was the word used.
Inchoate, underdeveloped, kind of disorganized.
Exactly. Underdeveloped and unorganized. It captures that feeling.
Yeah, that definitely captures the organizational anxiety we hear about all the time. And there's data backing that up, isn't there?
There is. That Deloro webinar survey was quite telling.
Right. The one where, what was it, 2/3 of the attendees said they were not building out any big in-house AI infrastructure themselves.
That's one.
Right.
2/3, they're, dabbling, maybe running some pilots, buying a few limited services here and there.
But not the big commitment.
Not the big commitment, no, because that ROI clarity, it's often missing for them. They don't see the clear path yet.
Okay.
So what we've done is basically boil down the research into, let's say, a pedestrian-friendly list.
Yeah.
The top 5 proven, real business applications.
Okay, the stuff that works.
The stuff that works. Production quality functions that, frankly, should be on every CIO's agenda right now. These are things that can genuinely boost revenue, company valuations, customer retention, the real metrics.
Got it. Top 5. But before we dive into number 1, maybe we should quickly touch on the core tech behind this, because in all these cases, the key ingredient seems to be inferencing.
Absolutely key.
Yeah. For listeners maybe not deep in the tech weeds, can you give us the quick version? What is inferencing and, how is it different from just regular software?
Sure. So think of inferencing as AI.
Hmm.
Well, AI working in real time. It's the step where an AI model that's already been trained takes new data coming in right now.
Like a chat message.
Yeah.
Or a transaction.
Exactly. A customer chat,
Hmm.
a financial transaction, maybe a reading from a sensor on a machine.
Yeah.
And it uses that live data to make an immediate prediction or a decision.
Okay, we need it.
Right. And that's fundamentally different from, say, an older rule-based system.
Mm.
Those just follow static, hard-coded logic, like if this, then that.
Right, fixed rules.
Fixed rules. Inferencing lets the system be dynamic. It understands context. It's basically instantaneous.
Okay, dynamic, contextual, instantaneous.
Yeah.
Got it. So with that real-time capability in mind, let's hit use case number 1, the one everyone experiences. Customer service.
Yeah, this is such an immediate win. I mean, without AI, we've all been there, right? Stuck in bot hell.
Oh, yeah, the chatbot loop.
The loop. Those rule-based chatbots, they're fine for really simple, predictable scripts. But the second you ask something slightly different,
Wall, hit a wall.
total wall,
Yeah.
then you get manually routed, wait forever, and finally talk to a human agent who often seems, hampered.
Right, they're juggling like 10 different screens trying to figure out who you are and what you need.
Exactly. Because the information is all siloed. It's just inefficient
Yeah.
and frankly frustrating for everyone involved.
So how does inferencing actually fix that experience? What's the AI like?
Okay, the leap is integrating that conversational AI model directly into what's called the enterprise's data fabric.
Data fabric. That term sounds important.
It is critical
Yeah.
because it represents this unified sort of structural view of all the company's data. Doesn't matter where it lives physically,
Mm-hmm.
the AI can access everything it needs instantly.
Okay, but hold on. Doesn't a human agent also theoretically access the data? What's the specific advantage the AI has?
It's not just speed, although it is faster. It's about unified context.
Unified context.
Yeah. The AI pulls up customer details, the entire history of the case, product specs, possible solutions, even logistics info, all at the same time, instantly.
Ah.
And the source material made a really strong point here. Because it has that simultaneous holistic view, the AI can sometimes bring more value to resolving the query than a human agent struggling to piece it all together.
Because the human is switching screens,
Yeah.
context switching.
Exactly. No more screen switching for the AI. It sees the whole picture at once.
Okay, that really changes the game. So the AI handles a huge chunk of the standard requests, maybe even moderately complex ones, autonomously. Wait times go down.
Right.
And your human team, they get freed up for the really tricky stuff, the ambiguous problems, the high-value interactions that need empathy or, deep strategic thinking.
Precisely. That's the goal.
Mhm.
Better service, more efficient operation.
Okay, huge potential there.
Okay.
Let's move on. Use case number 2 shifts from the customer focus to more internal protection. Fraud detection.
Yeah, another area where the old ways feel, well, kind of clunky now.
Definitely. The current rule-based systems, they just feel so easy to bypass. Flagging a transaction just because it's over X dollars, sophisticated fraud just walks right around that.
It does. And a critical point is that so much of the investigation today is reactive. It's post facto analysis,
Meaning after the money's gone.
after the loss has already happened. And then you have teams of analysts manually sifting through mountains of alerts. The human burden is just massive.
So inferencing, how does it step in to catch those maybe subtler signs of trouble, the things the rules miss?
Okay, so AI inferencing allows for continuous real-time monitoring of transactions.
Yeah.
And crucially, anomaly analysis.
Anomaly analysis, so looking for things that are weird, basically.
Exactly, but not based on static rules like dollar amounts.
Right.
The AI automatically learns what normal behavior looks like by analyzing vast amounts of ongoing data.
Okay, it builds a baseline.
Right. And then it flags subtle deviations from that baseline. Behavioral patterns that hard-coded rules are completely blind to, maybe patterns that indicate a coordinated attack, or lots of small, seemingly insignificant fraudulent actions that add up.
So instead of one big red flag, the AI might see like 50 tiny yellow flags that together signal real risk.
That's a great way to put it. Yeah.
What does that mean in terms of efficiency, like real-world impact?
The sources we saw suggest the AI can cut down the human review and investigation workload by a factor of 10, sometimes even more.
Wow, 10 times less manual work.
At least. And think about false positives, too. Legacy systems throw up tons of alerts for legitimate transactions, which is annoying for customers and wastes analysts' time.
Right. Your card gets blocked for no reason.
Exactly. Before we continue with today's episode, I just want to take a quick moment to invite you to join our newsletter. By subscribing, you'll get notified when we drop any new podcasts, blog posts, and even event updates sent straight to your email. It's super easy. Just head to www.acton.com/newsletter or click the link in the show notes and enter your email to get started. No spam, we promise. All right, thanks for listening, and now let's get back to the episode. AI, by being much more precise in identifying genuine risk, significantly slashes those false positive rates. So you get higher productivity and happier customers.
Okay, double win. Huge internal efficiency boost there. Let's look at another big efficiency play, this time more in the industrial world. Use case 3, predictive maintenance.
Yeah, downtime in manufacturing, logistics, energy. It's incredibly expensive. Devastating, really.
And without AI, companies seem stuck
Right.
between two bad options.
Pretty much. Option 1 is fixed calendar preventative maintenance. You service machines whether they need it or not. That means unnecessary costs, unnecessary downtime for the inspection itself.
Or
Option 2 is the run to failure model, which,
guarantees disaster eventually.
guarantees severe, disruptive, unplanned downtime. Very costly.
And the older monitoring systems, they only really flag things when they're about to break, right? Based on simple thresholds.
Exactly. Like if the temperature goes over X degrees, send an alert. Or if vibration hits a certain level, it's very basic.
So what's the AI difference here? How does it predict before the catastrophe?
That's the critical part. AI goes way beyond those simple standard thresholds. It analyzes huge amounts of real-time sensor data. We're talking subtle vibration patterns, tiny shifts in energy use, acoustic signatures, temperature fluctuations, lots of different inputs.
Much richer data.
Much richer. And by analyzing all that complex data together, AI identifies these minute deviations, tiny changes that are often the very earliest, most reliable signs that a mechanical failure is starting to develop, long before any simple hard-coded rule would ever be triggered.
So it sees the problem brewing much earlier. Now, you mentioned something interesting in our prep, agentic AI. What does that mean here? It's not just predicting, right?
Right. Agentic AI takes it a step further. It means the AI system has been given the capability, the agency, to not just predict a failure, but to autonomously initiate action.
Autonomously. Like what?
Yeah. So in maintenance, once the AI predicts an upcoming failure with high confidence, the agentic AI could automatically generate a work order, dispatch a maintenance team, maybe even order the necessary replacement parts, and reschedule the production line around that planned repair window.
Whoa. Okay, that's a massive leap from just getting an alert. It's moving from like predictive reporting to autonomous operational management.
That's exactly it.
Hmm.
It minimizes that costly, unplanned downtime, helps extend the lifespan of the equipment, and crucially, the longer that agentic AI runs, the more data it gets, the better its predictions become, and the smarter its preemptive actions get.
Very cool. Okay, let's pivot to the last two. These seem focused more on global movement and actually driving revenue. Use case 4, supply chain optimization.
Yeah, supply chains thrive on predictability, but the world, as we know, is anything but predictable.
Tell me about it.
The old way relied so heavily on just looking at historical sales data, maybe basic seasonal trends.
Yeah.
But that's way too static for today's world.
Right, it can't react fast enough.
Not to sudden component shortages or, geopolitical events messing things up, or even just rapid shifts in what customers want. It leads to those classic inventory headaches, either stockouts where you lose sales or oversupply where your capital is just sitting there tied up.
But surely there are complex forecasting tools already. What's the unique AI angle here? What makes it truly real time?
It's about integrating that real-time macro context that the older models just ignore. AI inferencing gives you highly accurate, really dynamic demand forecasting. It looks at historical sales, yes, but also real-time market trends, production patterns happening right now across different suppliers, live transportation data.
Okay, wait. So the AI is looking at last year's sales figures, plus maybe current social media buzz about a competitor's launch, plus real-time congestion reports from major shipping ports all at once.
All at once to make a decision about inventory levels, say, for next week. Yeah. It's that comprehensive, interconnected view across the whole product lifecycle. It lets the AI predict potential disruptions, manage inventory with much greater precision. It's just far more efficient than trying to do this with siloed manual systems.
Okay, that connectivity is powerful. Which brings us neatly to the final one, use case 5, personalized promotion and marketing. This sounds like where AI directly hits the revenue line.
Definitely. Traditional marketing, it relies on pretty broad segmentation, basic demographics mostly.
Like, market this campaign to everyone age 30, 40 in this city.
Exactly, which is, well, better than nothing, but it's far less precise than truly individual personalization. And those campaigns, once you launch them, they're usually static. They don't adapt.
And we've all seen those recommendation engines that are just off, showing you the thing you just bought or something totally random.
Right. AI inferencing takes this to a whole different level through what's called hyper-personalization.
Hyper-personalization.
Yeah. Okay. It analyzes a much wider and often subtler range of real-time data points. We're talking specific browsing patterns on your website, how long someone hovered over a certain product image, maybe related conversations happening on social media, and other real-time behavioral cues that signal intent.
Intent, that's the key word, isn't it? It's not just who they are, but what they seem likely to do.
Precisely. So this allows marketers to treat, say, prospects who fit the demographic profile and are showing clear signs of high buying intent.
Like the person who keeps putting something in the cart but doesn't check out?
Exactly. That person can be treated completely differently automatically than someone who just passively browsed the homepage once.
And that could mean, what? Different offers.
Could mean dynamic offers, maybe special promotional pricing delivered only to that specific high-intent customer right at that moment when they seem most ready to buy.
Yeah.
You're basically maximizing the chance of conversion by getting the perfect offer to the right person at the right time.
Okay, that's incredibly targeted. So if we look back at all 5, customer service, fraud, maintenance, supply chain, big theme seems to be this shift, right? Moving away from static, rule-based ways of doing things,
Which are often inefficient.
towards this dynamic, inferential approach that's just smarter and faster.
That's really the core of it. And it creates this competitive imperative. AI isn't science fiction anymore. It's here. It's production quality. And it can do core business functions better than the old methods.
It feels like those big tech shifts in the past, like Linux opening up IT or Wi-Fi changing how we work.
Exactly like those.
Yeah.
There's no real need to wait for AI to be somehow finished. It's not going to be finished. You can deploy specific applications today and see real, tangible value very quickly.
So connecting this back to that earlier point about companies hesitating, if the leaders are proactively retooling using AI now, what's the real risk for the companies that don't make the move? What happens if they wait?
Well, the risk is simply falling behind, potentially quite quickly and quite badly.
Becoming seriously uncompetitive. Those that stick with the old ways will likely find their customer service costs stay high, their fraud losses continue or even grow, their expensive assets will have more downtime, their supply chains will be less responsive, and their marketing just won't be as effective. They'll be bleeding efficiency and money compared to competitors using AI to fix those fundamental process flaws.
Our sources kind of summed it up with a punchy little adage, didn't they? It's a great final thought for our listeners to maybe chew on.
Yeah, it was simple but pointed. Those that wait want.
Those that wait want.
Mm-hmm. It really challenges you, doesn't it, to look at your own operations right now, not just thinking where could AI help someday, but asking what specific business functions are costing us money or efficiency right now because we're still relying on old rules or purely manual processes.
Finding those specific pain points.
Finding those pain points, that's the starting line for your immediate AI adoption journey. Where can you stop wanting and start doing?